Forget everything you thought you knew about the Nissan LEAF. This isn't just another facelift or minor update. The 2026 LEAF has been completely reinvented from the ground up, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around to see what Nissan has been cooking up because this transformation is absolutely mind-blowing. The original LEAF pioneered the mass-market electric car revolution back in 2010, but let's be honest, it looked a bit quirky and dorky. Fast forward to 2026, and Nissan has thrown that playbook out the window. What we're looking at now is a sleek aerodynamic SUV that looks like it belongs in the future, not stuck in the past. This new LEAF doesn't just look different, it is different. Gone is the awkward hatchback design that screamed, "I'm driving an electric car" from a mile away. Instead, we get this gorgeous fastback SUV design that could easily be mistaken for a premium vehicle from any angle. The aerodynamics are incredible with a drag coefficient of just 0.25, which puts it ahead of most sports cars in terms of slicing through the air. The front end features these striking LED headlights that give it an almost aggressive look, while the rear gets these incredible 3D holographic taillights that aren't just for show. They're bright, reliable, and guaranteed to turn heads wherever you park. Those flush door handles aren't just for aesthetics either. They contribute to that impressive aerodynamic efficiency that translates directly into more range. But here's what really caught my attention. From certain angles, especially the rear, this thing has serious Pontiac Trans Am vibes going on. I never thought I'd be comparing a Nissan LEAF to a muscle car, but here we are, and it actually works. The ducktail spoiler and that aggressive rear-end design give it character that the previous generations simply never had. Now let's talk about what's under the hood, or should I say under the floor. The 2026 LEAF comes with two battery options, a 52 kilowatt-hour pack for the base model, and a larger 75 kilowatt-hour battery for the higher trims. But here's where it gets interesting. The S Plus trim with that bigger battery delivers an EPA-estimated 303 miles of range, which puts it right up there with the best in class. The electric motor options are equally impressive. The base S trim gets 174 horsepower, while the S Plus, SV Plus, and Platinum Plus trims bump that up to 214 horsepower. Now this isn't going to pin you to your seat like a Tesla Model S Plaid, but it's got more than enough punch to merge confidently on the highway and overtake slower traffic without breaking a sweat. What's really clever is how Nissan has approached the real-world range question. While many manufacturers just throw out optimistic EPA numbers, Nissan is being refreshingly honest. They're telling us that at a steady 80 miles per hour, you can expect about 211 miles of range. That's the kind of transparency we need more of in the EV world. The efficiency gains here are genuinely impressive when you dig into the numbers. The new LEAF achieves up to 123 MPGe in the city, which puts it among the most efficient EVs in its class. What's even more remarkable is that the smaller Kia EV3, which achieves similar range, actually needs a bigger 78 kilowatt-hour battery to match the LEAF's performance. This efficiency comes from that stellar aerodynamics, the new permanent magnet electric motors, liquid-cooled battery system, and clever thermal management that keeps everything running optimally. Here's where things get really exciting for LEAF fans. Remember the old CHAdeMO charging standard that limited where you could fast charge? Well, kiss that goodbye. The 2026 LEAF finally gets a NACS port, which means you can plug into Tesla's supercharger network. This is huge, folks. It opens up thousands more charging locations across the country. But wait, there's more. The LEAF actually has two charging ports. On the driver's side, you get the traditional J1772 port for Level 2, charging at home or public AC chargers. On the passenger side is that new NACS port for DC fast charging. It's like having the best of both worlds in one package. Fast charging speeds max out at 150 kilowatts, which isn't the fastest in the industry, but it's perfectly adequate. Nissan claims you can go from 10 to 80% charge in about 35 minutes, and more importantly, you can add 259 miles of range in 30 minutes. That's the kind of information that actually matters when you're planning road trips. What sets the LEAF apart is its integrated charging and payment system called Plug and Charge. This technology lets you simply plug in at compatible stations, and the car handles the payment automatically through your pre-registered account. No more fumbling with apps or credit cards in the rain. The car also features intelligent route planning that factors in charging stops and real-time station availability, making long-distance travel genuinely stress-free. Step inside the 2026 Leaf, and you're immediately greeted by this massive display setup. The base S and S Plus trims get dual 12.3-inch screens, while the higher SV Plus and Platinum Plus models upgrade to dual 14.5-inch displays. This creates what Nissan calls the monolith display, essentially a 28-inch panorama of pixels that looks absolutely stunning. The infotainment system runs on Google's platform, which means you get all the familiar apps and services you're used to. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard across the lineup, and the system feels responsive and intuitive. This is light years ahead of Nissan's previous infotainment attempts. But the tech doesn't stop there. Higher trim levels get features like a head-up display, wireless phone charging, and even a massage function for the driver's seat. The Platinum Plus trim includes a premium Bose audio system with 10 speakers that fills the cabin with crystal-clear sound. One feature that's particularly cool is the panoramic roof with variable opacity. Using polymer-dispersed liquid crystal technology, you can switch the glass roof from clear to opaque at the touch of a button. It's almost like magic, and it gives you complete control over how much sunlight enters the cabin. Despite its sleek, coupe-like roofline, the Leaf still manages to be practical. There's room for 5 adults, though the sloping rear roofline does cut into cargo space somewhat. You get 56 cubic feet of storage behind the rear seats, which should be enough for most families' needs, including that Costco run or weekend road trip. The front seats are described as zero-gravity seats, borrowed from Nissan's luxury Infiniti brand, and they're designed to reduce fatigue on long drives. The rear seats get USB-C charging ports in the higher trims, because everyone knows the struggle of keeping devices charged on family trips. Behind the wheel, the Leaf delivers a driving experience that's both refined and engaging. The new suspension setup with McPherson struts up front and multi-link rear gives it composed handling through corners while maintaining a comfortable ride quality. You get adjustable regenerative braking with 4 different levels controlled by steering wheel paddles, plus the familiar e-pedal one-pedal driving mode that makes city driving almost effortless. The ProPilot Assist system comes standard and combines adaptive cruise control with lane centering, making highway drives significantly less stressful. The 2026 Nissan Leaf represents everything the original should have been from the start. It's efficient, practical, technologically advanced, and most importantly, it doesn't look like you're making a compromise to drive electric. With pricing expected to start around $35,000 and top out around $41,000, it's positioned competitively against rivals like the Kia EV3 and Volkswagen ID4. Production starts at Nissan's Sunderland plant in the UK later this year, with sales beginning in fall 2025. The fact that this will be built in Britain with British-made batteries is something worth celebrating in today's global supply chain world. After more than a decade of watching other manufacturers catch up and surpass the Leaf, Nissan has finally delivered a response that feels worthy of the nameplate that started the electric revolution. This isn't just evolution, it's complete reinvention, and I think Leaf fans are going to love what Nissan has created. What do you think about the new Leaf's dramatic transformation? Are you ready to go electric with this completely reimagined icon? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more EV content like this. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.